Call. Mr. Bishop?
Present.
Mrs. Congdon?
Present.
Mr. Jovan? Mr. Lazo?
Present.
Mr. Olivo?
Present.
Dr. Page?
Excused.
Ms. Peliquin? 6 present, 1 excused.
We have a quorum. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Southbridge School Committee meeting, Robert G. McKinney Council Chambers, Tuesday, December 1st, 2015. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to move on to agenda item number 3, public input. Is there anybody from the public that would like to address the Southbridge School Committee? If there is nobody, we'll move on to the agenda item number 4, approval of minutes, November 17, 2015, regular meeting. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to that meeting? If not, all those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present.
I'm abstaining.
1 abstention. Ms. Condon.
Thank you.
Moving on to chairman's announcements. I have a couple of things. First of all, I'd just like to congratulate Frank Kumanellis and the Southbridge High School football team on the total thrashing of Bartlett High School, 40-7. The turkey tasted much better this year with the victory, and I congratulate the kids. Not only that, the whole day, the cheerleaders, the band, the parents at the concession stand. It was just a proud moment for Southbridge, and when the score comes out right, it makes it that much better, because winning still matters in this country. Moving on to one other item, I'd just like to congratulate our business manager, Bill Latoy, on his certification. Bill, congratulations and good luck in the future. That's it for chairman's announcements. I'd like to move on to the presentations. Agenda item number 6, MCAS awards, students with advanced both in math and ELA, Charles Street and West Street school students. First principal, would you like to? Thank you.
Chairman just gets excited when all of the young people are coming here. I know the board truly appreciates having young people here and their parents, and I have the 2 principals from the school, the principal and assistant principal, to come, primarily because we want to make sure we announce the names right. But I think this is a program that I understand has been maybe in its 3rd year, and the children are being recognized because they got scores in excess of 260 on the MCAS, and that's pretty special. And we have a total of 18 youngsters being recognized this evening. They got grandparents here and their parents and their principals. And I know that it's important that you get recognized by the board of the school committee and myself as superintendent. But I've asked the principals to join because they're the ones that do the work every day and represent our teaching staff. Because without parents and teachers and our administrators working together, the school committee and the Board of Education couldn't do their job. So thank you for being here. And to the young people, I hope you do what your parents are going to remind you all the way home and every day that you get up, that you need to do your best in school every day so that when you get to the end of your school career here, you're going on to the college of your choice and continue to pursue the lives and careers that your parents want for you. We know that one of the reasons you're here, your parents care about your learning. They've instilled that in you. So to the parents and to the grandparents, thank you. To our principals and all of the teachers in this community that work so hard, thank you for a job well done. I'm going to ask the principals to come up. I'll hand them the certificate. They'll read the name. And then what I would like, because there's a lot of wires and things, the children who are coming, you come up when your name is called, and then walk over here. I'll stand and I'll shake your hand, then your principal will shake your hand, give you your certificate, and you go around the back and come back in. Think we can do that? Now, one of the things that I know we have a military man here, and this is real important. When you come up, keep your right hand your left hand free. You know where your left hand, that's the one with the L. Let me see everybody put up their left hand. All right? Shake hands with your right hand and reach for your card with your left. You can practice with your mom and dad if you want right now. All right? Right hand, left hand. Left hand, take the certificate, right hand, shake. You got it? All right. Yeah, we're going to model it right now. I see. There you go. All right. So, Catherine, and then you'll read these are yours.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
we'll do one at a time.
Okay. Congratulations, boys and girls. As Mr. Connors said, it's a great achievement for a student to receive proficiency, which is 240. And as Mr. Connors said, 260 is a big jump from 240. So those students who are being recognized for advanced, it really is something special. The first student that I would like to recognize is Braden Jarvis.
Braden, come up, please.
I don't see
Someone that may
Braden.
not be here. All right, we'll hold on to that. Braden will get it.
Nola Shanbaum. Ashley Gendro. Mackenzie Morrissey. Neo Famachan Khan. How did I do? Arminda Samoes.
Now we'll hear from Charles.
I'm Kate Potter. I'm subbing for Emily Mantinio. She's not here. She really wishes she could be here. We're both really proud of our students. And with that said, I am going to start off with Anna Lima. Congratulations. Anna Lima. Next one is Christopher Derry. Gabriela Vidal. Adelius Rivera. Elia Perez. Sophia Hetzitz. Devon Haley. Abraham Ruthier. Lena Rodriguez. Emma Poloni. Jasmine Maldonado. Last but not least, Derek Garcia, Jr.
Again, to everyone, thank you, and to the young people, please keep up the good work. And those of you that aren't fifth graders, we hope to see you back next year. And then both at the middle school and high school, we'll be recognizing those students at the December 15th meeting. So thank you all for coming out. You're welcome to stay for the whole school committee meeting, but you don't have to. So if you would like to leave, have a good evening, and we'll continue on with our work. Thank you.
With the group.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I forgot. The young people, could you come up so we can get a picture of you, please? Thanks, Bill.
We took one with them, and then we had their parents in one too last
Right.
year. It worked out really well.
Now, the parents, you should spruce up your hair. We're going to have you come up and take a picture with them after.
Come on up, right here.
Right here in the front. Board members want to stand? Come on. Move a little closer together. Squeeze in. Squeeze.
Squeeze in, gang.
You're gonna need the double wide with me in it.
Parents, if you want to take a walk up and stand behind your child, you can do that now.
I'll take a picture. Anybody?
Just step forward, kids, so your parents can get behind you, okay? Thank you. Why don't you come, parents, stand behind you.
Hey, Shanny.
There you go.
You have to be behind them. Get right in there. Get
There
right
you
in
go,
there.
right in. Come on, right in.
I think you're going to have to stand.
All right, we're ready for you, Garcia.
And this is also all on cable television. Make sure you watch it. Thank you.
Thanks again. Give him a minute. I'd like to move on to agenda item number 7, reports. Yeah, wait a minute. We're not going to hear it anyways. What's that? 5-minute recess? Call for it.
Mr. Chair,
Yep,
can I call for a 5-minute recess as we wait for the building to clear?
yep. 5-minute recess. Back into order. I would like to move on to agenda item number 7, reports of the school committee, negotiations. Mr. Bishop.
No report, no meeting scheduled.
Policy, Mr. Jovan.
No report. I anticipate starting back up the meetings after the first of the year.
Moving on to budget finance subcommittee. Dr. Page was excused tonight, but there is a meeting scheduled for December 9th, Wednesday, at 6 p.m. in room 100. Moving on to superintendent search, Ms. Condon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Superintendent Search Committee met last night to review initial applications of candidates for the job of superintendent, and we reviewed those applications. The closing date for those applications is this Friday, December 4th at 3 p.m., and our next meeting is scheduled for December 16th at 7 p.m. to continue to review the applications and proceed from there. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Moving on to student representative to the school committee, Diego Arroyo.
So this Thursday, Sheriff Lou Avgelides will be picking up the coats from the Southbridge coat drive. It was operated through the sheriff's office, and he'll be picking them up this Thursday at 1 p.m. and we'll be thanking the students of Student Council, and we'll be giving him a school t-shirt in exchange. Special thanks to Mr. Thomo, Ms. Jalbert, and Ms. McDiarmid for helping set up the coat drive in the school. Sketch Day and Paint Night was a huge success for the posters. The entry fee for Paint Night was $2 or a non-perishable food item. 4 boxes of items were donated to the food bank. The rally went well. The class of 2016 won Spirit Week. The class of 2017 won the skit. The bonfire and alumni game was a big turnout. A lot of people attended it. Our football team won the Thanksgiving game against Bartlett 40-7. Hayden Blackmore won the defensive award, and Brandon Casaletta won the MVP Savitinelli Award. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 2nd, Student Council will be setting up and decorating a giving tree. It will be decorated with red and white colors, and student apparel from the school store will be on and under the tree as well. Friday, November 20th, the National Honor Society donated 3 Thanksgiving baskets to needy families in the district. The contents were donated by members of the National Honor Society and Mr. Moderosian. Each basket had a turkey and other traditional Thanksgiving foods, a community service National Honor Society does every year. National Honor Society will resume tutoring sessions this Wednesday in room 251, 2:20 p.m. to 3:20 p.m. Any student of the high school or middle school side is welcome. National Honor Society is sponsoring its 2nd annual holiday toy drive from Monday, November 30th to Friday, December 18th. We are asking students and staff will be donating an unwrapped toy to help families in the district. Donations are collected at the high school main office and the middle school main office. Sometime in April 2016, National Honor Society will hold its first annual Stop Hunger Now event. It's sort of like the students of National Honor Society will come together and package food for people who need it in the world. It's international, it's not just this country. We'll be packaging 10,000 meals. The advisor, Mr. Moderosian, is setting up a fundraising webpage so donations can be directly made. More information will be shared as time progresses. The Southbridge Middle High School Drama Department has auditions for this month for the following shows. For 6th and 7th grade, Junie V. Jones, December 2nd to 2:30 to 5 after school, which is tomorrow. And 8th through 12th grade, students can audition for Grease, Wednesday, December 16th, 2:30 to 6 after school. And National Junior Honor Society will be having inductions for new members December 14th at 6 p.m. at Southbridge High School.
You've been very busy, Mr. Arroyo. Are there any questions of the student rep? If not, moving on to Finance Director, Bill Latoy.
Good evening. I wanted to let you know that I attended the MASBO, the Massachusetts Association of Business Officers Fall Institute 2 weeks ago. It was on grant funding and reporting. There were speakers from DESE and MASBO about the new procurement procedures attached to federal and state grant funding, along with procedures and protocols for record keeping. It was very interesting. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of new procedures out there that we're going to need to look at and follow through on, so it was worth going. MASBO is going to have a follow-up on that as well. I want to let you know that I received full approval for the Title I and Title II grants that I wrote, so that we will receive the full amount as anticipated of $1,333,159 to supplement the budget. I've been working with the French River Collaborative to lock in the best oil price for next year, and the bid came in at $1.74 a gallon. So at the Budget Finance Subcommittee, I'll be looking for approval to bring that before the full committee next meeting, so that we can approve that and lock that price in. The price is locked in for the minimum amount of gallons that we reserve. We're not locked into that minimum amount, but we also can go over because it's a group bid. So it's not based on just our individual use, it's based on the whole usage, and there is clause in there for going over. So it seems like we should be saving some money on that for the next year's budget. In preparation for the upcoming budget, Finance Subcommittee, I've been working with Mr. Connors. We've been running comparison reports and preparing information to build a clear and transparent budget request. Mr. Connors and I are working with transportation vendor to negotiate the final extension to the existing contract for next year. We'll be looking forward to getting the process started and working with the principals and department heads to make sure that we get a full needs budget together. Thank you.
Any questions? If not, moving on to the superintendent, Tim Connors. Tim?
Yeah, like our chairman and our student representative, all of the activities around the Thanksgiving Day game were great. A lot of support in the community, not only coming out for the bonfire, but the Lions Club and all of the other things that took place, I think just speaks to the long tradition that our school has in terms of not only interscholastic sports, but just bringing the community together. So that was a great effort by everyone. As you know, we had a district review team from the State Department of Education come into our school district on October 19th to the 22nd. On December 15th, Dr. Robert Curtin, the Director of Education Data Services and the Center for the School District Accountability, will be coming to the school committee to share the district review team's findings. We look forward to that report, and so that our school district can move on. I just want to point out that all of our principals and others who do evaluations will be here on Saturday morning, not to attend Saturday school, but they have their own school. We have a workshop that we're running for them in terms of writing good evaluations, and I just want to recognize them for giving up their Saturdays to come in. They'll spend the better part of a day there. I see one of our principals, and they're doing a really good job, and the person who's doing the training, I think, is really doing a job that makes our principals feel good about what they're doing. The other thing that I put on your desk, just so that you would be aware of it, we did receive a letter from the town manager asking for some data in regards to how the old high school is being used, and Bill is working on getting that information together for them. Before we present it to them, we'll bring it back to you on the 15th so you see what they're asking for. As we know, that building is fully utilized. We do get some funds for it. I think it serves the community well, but I can appreciate the town council asking us for some input in terms of where they stand. So we'll bring that back to you on the 15th to show you what we plan to share with them. So with that, we'll turn it back to the chairperson.
Any questions of the superintendent? If not, I'd like to move on to agenda item number 8, school committee actions. 1, vote to approve an educational assistant, Tier 3 position for the Department of Pupil Services, Personnel Services. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Or a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Is there a price tag associated with this?
Yeah, it would be the salary for that particular teacher, which is in the range, or aide rather.
It's in the range of the Tier 3. I believe that, and I don't even want to misquote the figure for that. I do have it. We did check it. We made sure that we have the funding available for that through attritions and through other personnel changes. It won't be a problem to absorb that position into the budget.
Thank you.
It's a good question, and thank you. We'll make sure we include that in the future, and I'll have that get off too.
Yeah, well, I know in the past, just past experience, that positions have been added that were not budgeted in the budget, and it did become problematic towards the end of school years. So if this has not been a budgeted position, I just want to make sure that we have now found the money for this and not come June, be scratchy looking to fill that void.
You sound like a good superintendent. I had that conversation with both the finance director and with Colleen in terms of where we're going to get those dollars from. We also realize that this is a youngster coming back that needs the services.
Without question.
But we wouldn't make that recommendation if we were doing anything that was going to disrupt our budget. So we're in good shape, but we'll get that out to you, and we'll make sure we include it in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further discussion, questions? If not, all those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous vote, present. Agenda item number 9, unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business at this time? If not, moving on to new business. 1, the next regularly scheduled meeting date will be held Tuesday, December 15th, 2015, 7 p.m. in the council chambers. Next agenda item, number 11, members forum. Ladies, before, go ahead.
I had a question. I don't know if anybody could answer for me, but last year the elementary schools did parent luncheons once a month, and the schools have stopped doing it this year. And I've been hearing a lot of complaints from parents that they're not happening anymore, and I don't know why or what happened.
Let me look into it.
Okay.
I'm not aware that they were there or stopped, but I'll look into it. Bill, do you have any insight?
I do have a little information on that, and as a principal from last year, I think a big part of it is on those days there were so many students that were dismissed from school, and we tried to put an end to that. We tried to talk to parents about the importance and that it was a celebration of learning and to keep the students in school, but inevitably we probably had 30 to 40 dismissals on each of those parent luncheon days. So that was a consideration for that. Another consideration for that was just the overall manpower that it took to check those parents in, to make sure that there was structure involved in that, and to keep it going. So I think those were two things that were brought up as a part of that. I can't speak to anything else, but I know I did hear of those two issues.
Yeah, that's it for me tonight.
All set?
Yeah.
Mr. Lebo?
I just wanted to congratulate those students from both elementary schools, West Street and Charlton Street, on their success on the MCAS. Congratulations to those students for their hard work, and to the teachers who helped them along the way, and to their parents for supporting them in their endeavors. Also would like to congratulate the Southbridge football team for their win against Bartlett, and I would also like to congratulate the town and school committee members for our win against Bartlett or Webster. It was a great success. Thank you to all the community members who came out and supported us in the toy fundraiser for Toys for Tots, and also in the food share and the monetary donations to Relay for Life. Thank you.
Any other members? If no further discussion, moving on to agenda item 12, executive session. 1, pursuant to MGL C30A 21A2, to conduct strategy session in preparation for negotiations with the non-union personnel, and to conduct collective bargaining sessions or contract negotiations with non-union personnel. 1, food service. 2, acting superintendent, assistant superintendent. 2, pursuant to MGL C30A 21A3, to discuss the strategy with respect to the collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may be detrimental in the effect on the governmental bargaining or litigation position, and the chair so declares. 1, the Southbridge Education Association Unit A. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second? Motion and a second. Roll call?
Ms. Peloquin?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mrs. Congdon?
Yes.
Mr. Jovian?
Yes.
Mr. Lazo?
Yes.
Mr. Olivo?
Yes.
6 yes.
We will go into an executive session to reconvene for open session for adjournment.